Hey guys, so I decided for today's video, which will be a morning premiere, I want to say 9 or 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, I will put out the second half of the interview that Empress Paris did with Michelle's sister. Now, this is only for the people in the back, the 1%ers that always want to let us know that they already seen the video and it's old. And I guess because they saw it, we're not supposed to play it. Well, anyways, this video aired on October 6th, 2021. This is the only interview that we can like walk down memory lane, do a recap to, or people who have not saw the video, and this is the first time them seeing it, you getting a glimpse and an understanding of the headspace that Michelle's sister is in and how her family's headspace is in as far as what is going on currently, which she's with her family, but what had went on with her from, let's say, the past with Queen Opp and how they felt about the mistreatment that was going on for many years. And she explains it. So make sure you look at part one for the ones that missed it. It went out late because it took hours to upload this. I had to do some things to it, and then it took hours to render it, and then it took forever to upload it to my YouTube page. So I spent a lot of hours. I was supposed to air this at 9 p.m. Eastern time, and I had to push it up to like 10, and I still couldn't air it because it wasn't finished on YouTube's end, and I think it went out around 10:30. So it was kind of late. So a lot of y'all probably missed part one. So please go check it out. And we will do a live today. I will put it in the community section. I want to say about 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time will be that live. So see you there.
Sometimes you don't know how long or how much it will take before a person leaves their abuser. But whenever my sister is ready, I just want her to know that she can always come home. She can call it toxic, whatever she wants. But I've been on this live with y'all for I don't know how long. And as you can see, you ain't heard nothing much but my kids running back and forth, playing around, playing with nerfing each other and stuff. You know what I mean? And they could do that in this house because it's chill. But you don't see a whole bunch of people or hear a whole bunch of people in and out the house. It's quiet. It's peace. So it's the toxicity and all that stuff that anybody is talking about. Come on, man. Like, she has not only, this is my house. My mom has a house. My father has a house. I mean, she even have cousins and relatives and old friends around. Even old friends that she ain't even, this is her. I mean, it's not, I'm not going to say it's what she wants, but it's what she wants. Because she says it clearly loud as day. She's going to stay with that girl regardless. And my only thing is I want to bring awareness is the fact this is abuse. And, like, I don't even know how any apps even allow all this to keep going on and on and on and on and on. Like, how in the world can an app, trust me, it's so many people on this thing, on these apps now, but this ain't the end of it now. Like, this is the first time of it being woken all the way up. And this is why I asked you for your platform, because I wanted to wake it all the way up. And my sister's not the only person out here going through this. Like, it can be a friend, a homie that abuses you mentally and has you so much. You believe that this is where you belong and this is love and this is that, because that's all you've been fed all these years. This is all she's been fed, And what am I supposed to do? Go there and snatch her out the house? I can't do that. What, I'm supposed to go there looking for a fight? No, I mean, come on. Nothing's going to come out of that but me being locked up. Because Sierra's going to call the cops. She's going to call the cops regardless.
So I'm going to ask the comments this, especially for the ones that keep saying she's grown. So So what a lot of us is thinking, because there's a lot of women that have been abused. I was a woman that was abused, and I was grown, but I hid it. I didn't tell anyone. I hid it very, very well. I hid my tears, my sadness. I protected him. I protected him with all my might until it just showed up too bad. It was just time for me to go. So when you guys keep continuing to saying she's grown, when you've been abused and you want to be there, because remember, we're being abused, but we still want to be there. We're being smacked the hell out, but we still want to be there. After the pain goes away, we want to be there. So that could possibly, right, that could possibly be her headspace right now. Help is definitely an option. But you can't go and get a person that wants to be there and snatch them up.
You can't. There's no way possible. And that's why I was just trying to explain, like, I've been in that situation where I was in a relationship like that. So nobody could tell me, leave them alone. I had to leave it alone when I was ready, being knocked upside the head and all. But that's where I was getting at with the abuse part. Randy is going to come too, and she's ready to come too. And hopefully, like I said, it's not too late, because it can come out to that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got what I was explaining earlier. What if this girl gets too angry one day and hits her the wrong way? And then what? Then what excuse are you going to use? You're going to blame it on your child? Or you going to blame, like, what are you going to do?
All right, so let me just give you guys a brief cover up for everyone that's just coming in. Okay, so this is Chelle's sister. Her name is Kirby. This is Chelle from Queen Opp and Chelle. All right, she's the oldest by 2 years. So if Chelle is 34, that makes her 36. She's a mother of some beautiful kids. Chelle is a sister to her and a brother. So there's 3 kids that grew up in the house, same mother and father. Basically, Chelle went to Catholic school, had a normal upbringing. All right, she was on a couple of extracurricular activities at school. She played in the band so she can play an instrument. She also went to college. Chelle has been tested as being a genius. Chelle is actually a genius based on schematics and test results. All right. There was no abuse in the house. Mom didn't beat dad. They weren't really spanked. There was no molestation or anything in the house like that. So she had a normal childhood with a couple of friends. All right. She started working at a grocery store. When she went to the grocery store, that's where she met Queen Opp, known as Sierra. All right. And from there, she started babysitting Sierra's son at her mom's house. And I guess the baby was a bit much. And the mom told Chelle that you could no longer babysit the baby here. And from there, that's when Chelle started slowly moving from out of her mom's house into Sierra's house to help her with the baby. And from there, the Queen Opp and Chelle show was formed, and now we basically have 2 identities of 2 different women, and from what we see, allegedly, there's some abuse involved. At some point, Sierra, Queen Opp, beat Chelle up. Chelle was very distraught with nowhere to go. She sent pictures over to her father and her mother. They paid for her to leave Atlanta and come where they live. All right. Sierra was in jail for about 30 days. As soon as Sierra was released from jail, Chelle left and went back to her. And from there, we see a lot of different things that's happening, taking place over the years. Alleged dog food, a lot of violence, a lot of verbally disrespecting, a lot of embarrassment, a lot of condescending, pretentious behavior. That's what we've been witnessing with our eyes. Some say it's skits, some say that it's not. Okay? So Queen Opp is 30. Queen Opp is 32. I don't know. All right. But again, Player is not close to Queen Opp. She has met Queen Opp several times, but not enough. She doesn't personally know Queen Opp's family. She doesn't, she's not her friend. That's Chelle's friend. And one thing this woman does know, and also if you hear her say Randy every once in a while, that's Michelle's nickname, Randy. All right. And one thing that Her middle name. Okay. And one thing she's very upset about is when she does see videos on Queen Opp smacking her sister, it hurts her and it makes her want to hurt somebody. And she loves her sister. Also, their grandmother died. Chelle did not show up for the funeral, and she was the grandmother's favorite grandchild. And Chelle does not get a check. Okay.
But just let us grieve. Leave my grandma's name out of it, please. Like, enough is enough. Like, that is so disrespectful. They even post my dead grandmother on this app. Like, that was crazy. She even allowed that girl to put my grandmother up here on this app. Pictures of like, show photos of that. And that
how does your mother feel about all this? Have you seen your mother break down from all this?
My mom doesn't know anything about none of this. Like, my mom she doesn't see any of this. She doesn't, like, the last thing she saw was the dog eating video. And I mean, the most she'll hear is like when people call her and tell her about stuff like, oh, Randy's on having sex for free. I mean, having sex in the hotel room. Yeah, like, oh gosh, so that's how she hears about it, but she does not watch any of the videos. Like I said, my mom just